History did not pose for these photographs. It was caught off guard, mid-crisis, mid-injustice, mid-survival. These images are not strange because they are rare. They are strange because they expose what was normalized, ignored, or deliberately hidden. What you're about to witness isn't nostalgia, it's evidence. If this kind of history matters to you, stay with the story and question every image. A 1901 photograph of downtown Los Angeles shows dirt roads, low buildings, and open sky. Police presence was minimal, focused on vice rather than safety. Within decades, the landscape hardened into concrete and congestion. The image documents a city before acceleration, revealing how rapid growth outpaced planning and accountability. In 2001, the same Los Angeles intersection is photographed again. Freeways dominate, pedestrians vanish. Surveillance replaces familiarity. Law enforcement prioritizes traffic flow over community. The paired images document a century of transformation, revealing how cities evolve toward efficiency, while often abandoning human-scale connection and shared public life. A 1957 photograph shows Lucille Ball at age 21, her natural hair visible. Studio contracts soon reshaped her image. Hollywood policing of appearance was contractual, not legal. The image documents identity before commodification, revealing how entertainment industries manufactured familiarity while quietly erasing personal authenticity. In 1882, construction of the Queensboro Bridge is photographed mid-span. Workers balanced above the East River without harnesses. City inspectors focused on deadlines. The image documents infrastructure built through risk normalization, revealing how public benefit routinely depended on invisible danger absorbed by laborers without long-term protection. A 1918 photograph captures 3 people wearing masks during the Spanish flu in California. Compliance varied widely. Police enforced mandates unevenly. Millions died globally. The image documents early public health resistance, revealing how individual behavior repeatedly undermines collective survival during moments requiring shared restraint. In 1936, a young Jesse Owens stands calm after Olympic victory in Berlin. Nazi officials controlled the venue tightly. The photograph omits reaction. It documents achievement constrained by propaganda, revealing how authoritarian systems attempt to absorb contradiction rather than confront it directly. A 1940 photograph shows children sleeping on New York fire escapes to escape summer heat. Tenement laws existed, but enforcement lagged. Police tolerated the practice. The image documents adaptation to neglect, revealing how survival strategies emerge when infrastructure fails to meet basic human needs. In 1952, Londoners pose wearing scarves during the Great Smog. Visibility dropped to near zero. Hospitals overflowed. Government response arrived after mortality spiked. The image documents endurance amid poisoning, revealing how environmental disasters are often recognized only once damage becomes undeniable. A 1934 photograph shows acrobats atop the Empire State Building during finishing work. There are smiles, not safeguards. Safety laws were reactive. The image documents spectacle masking peril, revealing how awe for achievement frequently depends on unseen risk borne by workers without recognition. In 1920, an immigrant family is photographed gazing toward Manhattan from Ellis Island. Officials stand just outside the frame. Medical rejection remained common. The image documents suspended futures, revealing how hope existed only briefly before bureaucracy rendered irreversible decisions affecting entire generations. A 1917 photograph shows women protesting after the Night of Terror in Washington, D.C. Their clothes are neat, their injuries are not visible. Police brutality inside Occoquan Workhouse was officially denied. The image documents resistance framed as decorum, revealing how respectability was used to expose state violence. In 1944, U.S. sailors stand behind rolled sea bags at the Great Lakes Naval Training Station. Inspections are rigid, impersonal. Military police enforce uniformity. The image documents institutional transformation, revealing how civilians were reshaped into units of obedience, their individuality reduced to serial numbers and issued gear. A 1905 photograph shows a view of Manhattan after a heavy snowstorm. Streets are partially cleared by hand. Municipal response favored business districts. Police redirected traffic selectively. The image documents unequal recovery, revealing how even natural events exposed priority systems embedded in urban governance. In 1888, a family poses outside a farmhouse in Nebraska. The image suggests permanence. Agricultural records show frequent foreclosure. Sheriffs enforced evictions when crops failed. The photograph documents stability as performance, revealing how rural life balanced dignity against constant economic threat. A 1900 photograph shows an Indian woman carrying a British man across rough terrain. Colonial administrators promoted such images as novelty. Power relations required no caption. The image documents hierarchy normalized through repetition, revealing domination rendered invisible by familiarity rather than force alone. In 1934, women stand crowded on a train platform, photographed by Boris Lipnitsky. Public transport strained under urban growth. Transit police enforced order, not comfort. The image documents movement as endurance, revealing how access to mobility often came at the cost of personal space and safety. A 1907 photograph captures a moose standing calmly in the Yukon. Settlement expansion soon brought eradication campaigns. Wildlife laws favored industry. The image documents coexistence before displacement, revealing how ecological balance was temporary once economic priorities hardened into policy. In 1898, Victorian boys pose confidently for a studio portrait. Many worked long hours outside the frame. Child labor laws were weakly enforced. The image documents innocence curated for memory, revealing how exploitation was omitted deliberately from the visual record of childhood. A 1920s photograph shows a man standing proudly beside his horse in rural California. The Great Depression would soon follow. Sheriffs enforced land seizures. The image documents pride preceding loss, revealing how stability often appeared strongest immediately before collapse. In 1919, women resurfaced London streets with tar and stone. Wartime necessity allowed their labor. Peacetime erased it. Municipal records reassigned credit elsewhere. The image documents contribution without permanence, revealing how women's work was accepted only while men were absent. A 1905 photograph shows early motorists charging an electric vehicle on a city street. Electricity was viable, quiet, and efficient. Municipal policy favored gasoline expansion instead. Traffic police regulated movement, not energy choice. The image documents a future redirected by infrastructure decisions rather than technological limitation. In the 1840s, a formal portrait of Miss Mary McCandlish survives without occupational detail. Women's labor was rarely recorded unless exceptional. Census records often omitted it entirely. The image documents presence without acknowledgement, revealing how historical visibility did not guarantee recognition of economic contribution or personal agency. An 1898 photograph titled "Hunger is the Best Cook" depicts poverty as moral instruction. Reformers circulated such imagery widely. Police enforced loitering laws nearby. The image documents suffering reframed as discipline, revealing how hardship was used to justify restraint rather than structural economic reform. A 1910 New York tenement photograph shows families compressed into unsafe housing. Fire escapes doubled as bedrooms. Inspectors were understaffed and bribery common. The image documents overcrowding as governance failure, revealing how urban growth was permitted without proportional responsibility for human safety. During the Great London Smog of 1952, families posed beside wagons unaware of lethal exposure. Coal smoke killed thousands. Police maintained order, not evacuation. The image documents normalization of danger, revealing how environmental catastrophe was accepted until death statistics forced delayed intervention. A 1924 photograph captures well-dressed couples beneath a street lamp in London fog. Nightlife continued despite pollution and crime. Law enforcement focused on visibility patrols. The image documents social continuity amid deterioration, revealing how cultural routine often persists, even as conditions quietly worsen. In 1937, children are transported in baskets during a citywide bus strike. Improvisation replaced safety standards. Authorities enforced labor law, not child welfare. The image documents how infrastructure disputes displaced risk onto families least equipped to absorb it. A 1944 photograph shows a German anti-aircraft gun installed in a Dutch town square. Residents were evacuated by police order. Civil architecture became military asset. The image documents occupation through spatial control, revealing how familiar places were weaponized without consent. In 1934, acrobats pose atop the Empire State Building during construction. There are no harnesses. Safety laws followed fatalities, not foresight. The image documents spectacle dependent on danger, revealing how admiration for progress often ignored the human cost beneath it. A 1905 photograph captures Fifth Avenue during technological transition. Horses and automobiles share the street. Police enforcement was inconsistent. Accidents increased. The image documents modernity emerging without coordination, revealing how progress often arrives before systems exist to manage its consequences. A 1938 photograph shows a sharecropper's home near Charleston, South Carolina. Weathered boards and bare ground reflect controlled poverty. Landowners dictated housing conditions. Sheriffs enforced contracts. The image documents a labor system engineered to prevent mobility, revealing how post-Civil War agriculture preserved dependency through law rather than chains. In 1920, Russian and American soldiers posed together after World War I. The alliance was temporary, shaped by necessity rather than trust. Intelligence officers monitored interactions closely. The image documents cooperation without permanence, revealing how geopolitical alignment often dissolves quickly once shared enemies disappear. A 1945 photograph captures a soldier returning home, kneeling to meet his young daughter. The moment appears complete. It was not. Veterans faced untreated trauma and limited support. Authorities processed benefits slowly. The image documents reunion without recovery, revealing how war follows families long after uniforms are removed. In 1908, a photographer and assistant balance precariously while capturing the Grand Canyon. No guardrails exist. Early park authorities emphasized access over safety. The image documents exploration preceding regulation, revealing how preservation often followed risk rather than preventing it during America's early conservation efforts. An 1892 photograph shows a hot potato vendor on Manhattan streets. These vendors sold food and warmth to laborers. Police enforcement was inconsistent. The image documents informal economies sustaining the poor, revealing how survival networks emerged where wages and social support failed to meet basic needs. In 1934, a British postman sits atop a basket carrier tricycle. Postal demand outpaced infrastructure. Traffic laws adapted slowly. The image documents public service improvisation, revealing how essential systems relied on individual endurance rather than institutional readiness during rapid urban expansion. A 1949 photograph shows Irish travelers in the southern United States. Mobility drew suspicion. Local law enforcement detained travelers under vagrancy laws. The image documents movement treated as threat, revealing how identity outside fixed residence triggered surveillance rather than assistance. In July 1949, crowds pack Coney Island during Independence Day celebrations. Leisure dominates the frame. Policing focused on order, not access. Segregation persisted quietly. The image documents national celebration layered over exclusion, revealing how freedom was performed publicly while restricted privately. A 1925 photograph shows an immigrant family gazing toward Manhattan from Ellis Island. Their future depended on medical inspectors nearby. Rejection meant immediate return. The image documents hope suspended by bureaucracy, revealing how migration hinged on moments of clinical judgment rather than personal resolve. In 1911, crowds stand on the frozen surface of Niagara Falls. Police attempted control only after collapses killed spectators. Warnings followed deaths. The image documents spectacle overwhelming caution, revealing how public fascination repeatedly exceeds institutional readiness during rare and dangerous natural events. A 1930 photograph shows a water-damaged copy of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland in a working-class home. Flooding and damp destroyed books regularly. Insurance rarely covered personal libraries. The image documents cultural loss through poverty, revealing how access to imagination and education was often the first casualty of unsafe housing. In 1906, a Harlem shop owner stands outside his business, photographed during segregation-era New York. Black-owned stores faced discriminatory inspections and credit denial. Police enforced zoning selectively. The image documents resilience under constraint, revealing how entrepreneurship survived despite systemic obstruction embedded in municipal policy and custom. A 1931 photograph captures men whistling as a woman passes on a city street. The moment appears casual. It was not. Harassment was normalized and unregulated. Police dismissed complaints. The image documents everyday intimidation embedded into public space, revealing how women navigated cities shaped by tolerated aggression. In 1906, inventor Charles S. L. Baker demonstrates a radiator heating system. Industrial optimism framed such inventions as progress. Safety oversight was limited. Inspectors approved systems inconsistently. The image documents experimentation conducted on the public, revealing how innovation often preceded regulation, sometimes at significant human cost. A 1940 photograph shows a man embodying the phrase, "Keep calm and carry on," during the London Blitz. The slogan masked exhaustion and fear. Civil defense officials managed morale deliberately. The image documents endurance framed as obligation, revealing how emotional discipline was enforced alongside physical survival. In 1918, a Harlem Hellfighters soldier is photographed holding a rescued puppy. Despite frontline service, the regiment faced segregation and discrimination. Military police enforced racial boundaries. The image documents compassion amid contradiction, revealing humanity persisting even when institutions denied equality to those who served. A 1960 photograph shows a mother and baby waiting inside Penn Station. Seating was limited. Police discouraged loitering. The space prioritized movement over care. The image documents caregiving under constraint, revealing how women adapted to public environments designed without consideration for human vulnerability. In 1935, Dust Bowl migrants are photographed roadside with possessions tied to vehicles. Soil erosion destroyed livelihoods. Border checkpoints redirected families. Law enforcement treated migration as threat. The image documents environmental collapse, producing internal refugees, revealing how policy compounded disaster rather than alleviating it. A 1901 photograph of downtown Los Angeles shows open streets and low buildings. Policing focused on vice rather than safety. Growth arrived rapidly afterward. The image documents a city before acceleration, revealing how expansion often precedes planning, embedding future inequality into the urban foundation. In 2001, the same Los Angeles location appears unrecognizable. Freeways overhead, pedestrians scarce. Surveillance replaces familiarity. Law enforcement manages flow, not connection. The paired images document a century of transformation, revealing how efficiency gradually displaced human-scale interaction in the shaping of modern cities. A 1957 photograph shows Lucille Ball on her wedding day, smiling without studio alteration. Hollywood contracts soon reshaped her appearance and persona. Industry enforcement was economic, not legal. The image documents identity before commodification, revealing how entertainment systems quietly replaced individuality with marketable familiarity under the promise of success. In 1882, workers are photographed constructing the Queensboro Bridge midspan. No safety harnesses appear. City inspectors prioritized deadlines and budgets. Fatalities were recorded, not prevented. The image documents public infrastructure built through accepted risk, revealing how civic progress often depended on expendable labor and delayed reform. A 1918 photograph shows civilians wearing masks during the Spanish flu. Compliance varied, enforcement inconsistent. Police issued fines selectively. The image documents an early clash between public health and personal liberty, revealing how collective survival repeatedly falters when authority lacks clarity, trust, and equitable enforcement. In 1936, Jesse Owens stands composed after Olympic victory in Berlin. Nazi officials controlled the spectacle tightly. Applause was managed. The image documents achievement constrained by propaganda, revealing how authoritarian systems attempt to absorb contradiction rather than allow it to challenge ideological certainty. A 1940 photograph shows children sleeping on New York fire escapes to escape summer heat. Tenement laws existed, but enforcement lagged. Police tolerated the practice. The image documents adaptation to neglect, revealing how survival strategies emerge when infrastructure fails to meet basic human needs.
During the Great London Smog of 1952, families pose outdoors unaware of lethal exposure. Coal smoke killed thousands within days. Government response arrived late. Police focused on traffic control. The image documents environmental danger normalized until mortality forced reluctant acknowledgement and eventual policy change. A 1934 photograph again shows acrobats atop the Empire State Building, smiling for the camera. Safety legislation followed deaths, not foresight. The image documents spectacle masking peril, revealing how admiration for architectural achievement often ignored the human cost embedded in steel and stone. In 1920, an immigrant family stands on Ellis Island, gazing toward Manhattan. Medical inspectors waited off-frame. Rejection meant immediate return. The image documents hope paused by bureaucracy, revealing how life trajectories hinged on brief examinations rather than perseverance or intent. A 1935 photograph shows Dust Bowl migrants resting beside highways, possessions bound with rope. Law enforcement redirected them from towns. Relief was limited. The image documents environmental disaster compounded by policy, revealing how displacement became criminalized rather than addressed through coordinated aid. In 1905, Fifth Avenue appears orderly during technological transition. Horses and automobiles share space uneasily. Police enforcement was inconsistent. Accidents increased. The image documents modernity arriving before systems matured, revealing how progress often advances faster than the safeguards meant to protect the public.